Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
Welcome to our store loop on Main. We are located in a beautiful scenic village of Cold Spring Harbor. We sell different types of yarn, some hand-painted, some machine washable, novelty yarns, very new yarns that just came out. We also give knitting classes and crocheting classes. We try to arrange the whole store to look like more like a house and less like a retail store. So as the people come in, we want them to feel welcome as if they're walking into somebody's house.
I teach knitting at the Bethpage Library, and Suzana came into my class one day. She was one of the most creative, talented knitters that I had ever met, and we formed an immediate connection over the knitting, over the creativity of it, talking about different patterns and different yarns and comparing things. And there was just an excitement and an interest that we shared about the craft. It's a lot of fun watching a grandma and a 20-something sit down together and talk about patterns and talk about stitches and knitting and how they began and what they're up to. People come in all the time and they say, oh, I haven't done this in years and I don't think I can do this. And I say, it's just like riding a bicycle. Once you've learned, you might be a little rusty, but after a little bit of practicing, it all comes back to you.
First thing is first, you have to learn two basic stitches. One stitch is called a knit stitch and the second stitch is a purl stitch. Once you learn this basic technique of knit and purl stitches, you can create almost everything. Everything else that you may attempt to knit is just a variation of these two stitches. Knitting is a beautiful craft. It's kind of meditation. There is something about a repetitive movement of the needles that creates a calming effect. Every single item in this store is made by two of us, Marie and myself, and we don't sell the items. These are just the store samples, so you can buy the yarn and learn how to knit.
We've made these samples based on their appeal to us, and either for us to wear garments that we would like to wear or garments that we would like to give as gifts. And hopefully when our customers come in and look at them, they like them as well, and maybe they'd like to make them or variations of them, a cowl perhaps that they see here in green and they say, well, my daughter loves purple. Well, then they make it their own by changing the color. Not only is loop something that you do with the yarn over the needle, but it's also a shape or an idea about being in the loop, being part of a community, being part of a circle. And Cold Spring Harbor kind of lends itself to that in terms of old sewing circles and quilting circles that used to happen here, and we're trying to revive that feeling and bring people back into the loop so that they can sit around, knit together, talk together, have a laugh together, and maybe make life a little more enriching for themselves and their friends.